What's up, guys? Welcome back to LIFM. We're going to be doing another game of EDH here in MTGO. I'm going to be playing my Shattergang brothers deck, and I'm facing Purphoros. Good old Purphoros. So I kept this hand. It's actually a pretty slow hand for this deck, and especially playing against Purphoros to keep, but I do have tools. For example, I do have a Scryland in the beginning, which taps for two of my colors. I have Witness, I have Jared's Order. So a lot of this is going to depend on how fast my opponent's start actually is. So I knew I was going to be drawing Chainer's Edict there. I kept it just in case my opponent plays one solid creature first and not a bunch of tokens. You never know. Okay, so my opponent's probably going to be sacking the Wayfarer's Bauble end of turn, so I'll go with a basic forest and pass the turn. There's no point playing Witness for no value. So it's looking like next turn Purphoros is going to be coming out. Interesting. Okay. It's a pretty good card. So with that being said and done, I'm gonna Jared's Order here. I have enough cards in hand, so Wormcoil to my hand, and where are you? I did that wrong. It should have actually been Thragtusk to my hand instead of Wormcoil. But I'll go. Where is it? Sangromancer to the yard. Yeah, I made a mistake there, because Thragtusk could come out next turn, and then I should have put Wormcoil in the yard. But I mean, who knows? You still play. Interesting. That did suck a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. We'll keep it like this for now. So I put Sangromancer in there. 2/4. Get Sangromancer back. I don't need the land that's in my graveyard. Yes, absolutely want to use that ability. Pass the turn back. So that was pretty good. My opponent set me back a turn there. And now I have to deal with Purphoros. Probably going to be searching for Molten Pinnacle. Nope. Okay. So I do have two options here. I can ramp, or I can play Sangromancer, but I'm actually going to do neither of those. I'm going to cast Liliana. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. I mean 4 cards in hand. Let's make it 3 cards in hand. Boseiju. Yeah, that was a dead card anyways. I'm not going to be countering anything. I'm going to swing for 2. I know they can play stuff with haste and swing at Liliana, but I'm completely open to that. I'm fine with it. Liliana right now it just says gain 6 life. That's what it says to me. Again, still that's what it says to me. Mountain, sure. Yes, I will pay 2 life. Wormcoil. and swing for 2. I know what my opponent can do. They can also pump the token. But the thing is that if they want to trade, then they can't do the 1 damage. Sure. I do want to get rid of this at some point, but I'm not worried about it yet. Basically, at this point. Because unless my opponent can deal with Worm Coil, it's going to be a very long game. This goes a long way towards dealing with it, however. So does that. Needs to do 5 damage to Liliana now, or play the last card in hand. That does it? Nope. I don't want anything. You can have all the things. So Liliana's gonna die here. And this is the turn where I start forcing my opponent's hand. So I'm gonna go Swamp, Mountain, going to cast Sangromancer, and I'm going to swing with both my tokens. So let me know what you guys think of this game. This is the beauty here, that he has to try to kill Sangromancer, but I'm definitely going to be gaining some life from him doing that. Yep. 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 And pass it back to you. It's a pretty good card. The question here is, will you attack with it? And the answer is yes, you can make 1 token to block with. Okay. So let's just cast Bazooka Bog, get rid of that graveyard. Did do that wrong, should have played Putrefy first. Edict. Are you going to sack your blocker? Interesting. So we still have a race then. Swing for 3. Fair enough. Let's get rid of that. Oops. Let's put out Llanowar Elf. Pass it back to you. Sure. It's a lot of mana. And this is a 1/2, so it can block right now. It can definitely block this and live. Let's start with this though. Sure. Swing for 3. Cast my commander. And that was an accident again. Hopefully that's a land. I keep making the same mistake. Alright. So while I can, I'm gonna sacrifice an artifact. Should have did that on my turn. To get rid of the gauntlet, but I didn't. I will now, however. So he has 2, 4, 6 mana. He can pump this twice, which isn't big enough, but it's big enough to be annoying. Let me search for a basic forest. Sack my dryad. And get in for some commander beats. I could have also flashbacked Chainer's Edict there, but I wanted to have mana open to potentially sack my commander to get rid of a creature. So Huntmaster. Swing for 3. Yep. Let's just get rid of that now. Keep the board clear. If I chose to get rid of it later, it's just going to be harder when he's making more tokens every turn. Right now, if I can draw Acidic Slime or something like that, it would be pretty useful. Destroy all creatures. Sure. Seems fine. I mean, it seems like I have 4 creatures. This is a win card. You do it on yourself, usually with Purphoros out, and you win. Obviously not the case here. So life totals are pretty even here. Swing for 4. Like I said, I had a kind of a slow start, but I had decent cards for the kind of start my opponent had. If they had a way more explosive start, the game would have probably been a bit different. Let's see, let's get another basic forest. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put our commander back out there, just more pressure. Pass it back. He's going to be doing this every turn anyways, so now if he can't get rid of everything, or at least my commander, I can control creatures and or artifacts. Now what's interesting there is my opponent actually tapped Cur Deep to cast that. I see what's going on. I see exactly what's going on. So it's going to be a lot of damage. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's pretty cool. So at this point, if my opponent gets another turn, I'm just dead. And they're at 25. I mean, I think I can respond to that, but I already yielded my turn, so I won't know right now. That's not what I want to see. Let's see if I can find something off this. Not the worst card to see. So swing with the team. I have zero reason not to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thragtusk. And pass the turn. I think I'm dead here though. Would have probably been better not to play Thragtusk and then try to respond to his card, but he can activate it more than once. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna die to it. Yep. I think I needed a little bit more life. Oh no, it says sorcery right there. I have been completely misreading the card. I didn't even have to take as much damage as I did. I didn't realize it said anytime you could activate a sorcery. Wow. So you guys are going to have fun with that in the comments. I could have taken, what, 4 less damage there? And now I actually might legit die next turn. Huh. Bottom line here is I swing with the team. Play my elf, pass it back, and hope there's not a shit ton of tokens coming. Yeah, that's not enough. So I almost lost this game because I wasn't paying attention. Only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Big play mistake there, guys. And if my opponent would have had something that made like 5 tokens, I would have deserved to lose the game. So yeah, that wraps up the game. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think and try to ignore the play mistake.